before the child porn arrest, did Homeland Security question Josh Duggar's entire family? We're finding out more about the investigation that resulted in Josh Duggar's arrest as his conviction on child pornography charges approaches on an anniversary. The man obviously comes from a close-knit family that likes to keep things private, but there's one relative who doesn't care as much about that now. Sometime in the spring of 2021, his cousin Amy Duggar King told The Sun that the probe had even reached her doorway. The 19 kids and counting star told how she had just stepped out of the shower when Department of Homeland Security officers came knocking in an especially humorous incident, considering the subject matter. She was in her pajamas with her hair in a towel. She discovered some rather somber men when she opened the door. Amy chuckled as she related the tale. Although it was obvious to these agents that it was not a joke, they were not disclosing this to her. She was therefore clueless as to what was happening or why Homeland Security was speaking to her. I allowed them in, and they sat there asking me about the family and whether I knew anything. I was completely taken aback by what they said. I simply said, "I don't know what you're getting at," because I wasn't even sure what they were questioning me about. In retrospect, she explained, "It makes sense. They obviously don't tell you since they are snooping around for information." I therefore had nothing sincere to offer them. I wished I knew more about what had transpired, but I had no information. The issue is that we were completely ignorant of what was going on in their lives because we had already begun to distance ourselves from them. They contacted Jim Bob Duggar, the patriarch, out of confusion. After all, he would know if anyone did. He was in charge of protecting the family's secrets as well as their reality TV earnings. He dismissed them. However, it seems clear that Homeland had to have spoken to Josh's parents and siblings if they had gone all the way to a cousin. But that barrier of quiet was already in place, the same one that defended the oldest boy when he was originally charged with child molesting in his teenage years. Josh was eventually detained nonetheless, and all changed on April 29, 2021, when her relative was accused of receiving and possessing child pornography. I believe that's when I really attempted to take a position and told myself I am 100% moving in the opposite direction of this. That was the point at which the Kings went from sort of separating themselves from the Duggars to breaking off all communication with the well-known family. At this moment, I feel free to express my opinions without keeping anything back. Additionally, she made the decision that, unlike the majority of the family, she would not keep quiet about it. You can be your own person, you can oppose this, and you can do it in a way where you're not being rude to someone or demeaning them, but point out that this is wrong, told me. It was tragic since this is incorrect by every definition. It was terrible, and to be completely honest, I was furious. We cannot blame her. In addition, Jim Bob's defense of Josh's actions throughout the trial was even more repulsive, as if his firing before to the arrest wasn't repulsive enough. Amy undoubtedly made the right decision.